Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again. Right, feels suspiciously short since my last collection update. Usually these things are like, what, months at a time at this point? Probably because I'm either playing my backlog, buying digital, or saving up money for other worthwhile things. But no, I'm out here and I'm still spending stupid amounts of money on old games. So, let's go, shall we? Now, we'll be doing this in a chronological order, because there's quite a bit of storyline to this pile of games right here, and I'm going to be regaling all of it. So, first of all, I'll just show this that I picked up. Not that it's like a collection item per se. Who knows what this is? This is a jumper pack for the N64. It comes with the N64. You're meant to take it out and put an expansion pack in instead, so you can play like Majora's Mask and DK64 and all that. I was having troubles with my N64. It kept like turning on and off, or resetting I should say, and it was like, what the fuck is this? I googled it a little bit, and I read that it could be down to like incompatible games with the expansion pack. So I picked this up in the hopes that it'll maybe fix it. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but I got it, so there you go. Also, I want to say shout-outs to everybody who answered my question in my last collection update, where I bought a copy of Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube and was like, what's the cheapest 2-disc game for the GameCube so that I can like buy it and like replace the friggin' case, because the copy of Resident Evil 4 I got came in this really shitty DVD case. Well, here it is. Tiger Woods. Okay, hold on. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004. I can remember when this thing was fucking new, by the way. But yeah, this is the case, the shitty like DVD case that my Resident Evil 4 came in. I've just swapped out. I don't even know if this is gonna go on the shelf, but I got it. It's funny because I got this delivered to my mum's house, and the night that I was using it, I was drinking with my stepdad, and we were literally using these discs as coasters. They look fine. They look like they survived, but yeah, that was how much less of a shit I gave about the game. Sorry, Tiger Woods, but yeah, there you go. Thanks all for who recommended that. I would actually recommend, if you are a GameCube collector, pick up one or two of these copies of games before they get expensive, just for like the 2-disc case, quite frankly. So yeah, there you go. Right, story time. You'll remember in my last collection update, I was talking about going to Forgotten Worlds in Stewarton, this big fucking stupid warehouse filled with hundreds of games. It was absolutely heaven for me. Well, the pals who I went with for that trip invited me another one. It was another like gaming convention thingy mabob in Glasgow. They had to pay to get in at this point. So yeah, we went, I got in, and I bought some more shit. So yeah, thank you Jason, thank you Graham. There, I said your names. Anyway, the first thing I got, and this was the main thing that I wanted to get, even when I went to Stewarton a few months ago, this was the main thing I wanted to get, and I couldn't get it, and I was so upset. A Japanese Mega Drive. A wee while ago, I bought a Japanese Mega Drive off of eBay. It was not Japanese, it was Taiwanese, which is 50 Hz and not 60 Hz. Do you know the difference between 50 Hz and 60 Hz? Neither do I, pretty much. I don't know, but I just know that 60 Hz is objectively better, so I wanted to have this, okay? And I bought it, and the controller was fucked, the SCART cable was fucked, and the power button is a little bit jittery. But I was able to play games at 60 Hz, so I was fine, okay? I got it. I got the Japanese Mega Drive in the box, which is like super nice, so yeah. I'm happy with that. And as for games that I bought there, I didn't buy too much else there, actually. I picked this up, which was, I literally just saw it and was like, fuck it, why not? The Japanese version of Skies of Arcadia, also known as Eternal Arcadia. It is complete and all that. I bet I could finish this. I bet I could play the Japanese version of Skies of Arcadia and get through the whole thing. All like big 50 fucking hours yet. Maybe we'll do that sometime on stream. That maybe be quite fun, but yeah. Skies of Arcadia, Japanese version, very nice. Now, this fucking game, we had a little contest suggested by one of the people that was there, who said, just find the weirdest fucking thing that you can buy, and we'll let someone judge it as to how weird it is. And another friend of mine who I recognized was going there, I didn't even know he was going there, found this, showed it to me, and my jaw hit the floor. It's like, that actually exists. And I just, even if it wasn't for this like contest, which I ended up winning, by the way, for the weirdest thing you could buy, even if it wasn't for that, I was like, I have to buy that. I have to, all right? And here it is right here. This is a Super Famicom game, a golf game, based on the golf course in St. Andrews, aka the town that's just up the road. Well, it's not just up the road, it's a fair bit away. But yeah, somebody in Japan made this game, went to Scotland in the 90s or whatever, took this photograph and like made a golf game based on fucking, I think St. Andrews is like the home of golf or some shit. I know fuck all about golf, okay? Just ask Mr. Woods over here, okay? I just saw this and I was like, I gotta have it. I gotta have this. You know? So yeah, I now own this. I can't play it. I don't have a Japanese Super Nintendo, but I own it. So yeah, there you go. All right. And so that was all I bought at the convention, but we ended up going into the town later, and I think this was like the day after Black Friday. And we went into game, and I saw this, and I was just like, oh, fuck it. Sonic Frontiers for the Switch. Yep. I played it. Not past the first island yet. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay? I mean, the thing about this port is that it's both amazing and terrible at the same time. It's terrible in the fact that it's ugly, there's hundreds of pop-in, low textures, piss-poor frame rate, but also amazing in the fact that they got this fucking thing running on here, and it's on like 10 other consoles as well. You know, it's mental. But yeah, if you want to play this game, which I do recommend, I'm a big fan of Sonic Frontiers, you know, try and pick up a version that's not this. So yeah, there you go. Sonic Frontiers. Now, these last two games. Now, I went to that convention, right? I bought my Japanese Mega Drive. I bought my St. Andrews Super Nintendo game. I bought my third copy of Sonic Frontiers. I told myself I shouldn't buy too many games now for a wee while, you know? And but I did not heed that advice to myself. I went on eBay and I found a couple of games that I kind of had my eye on. Well, one I had my eye on, one that I sort of stumbled across randomly. And I put down the bids without thinking I would win, because I never have any luck with like auctions on eBay. I always get outbid at the last minute. But on the same day, I won both of them. And I was just like, shit. And they weren't that cheap. But here they are here. Quite nice to have, to be fair, but yeah, here we go. The first one was one that I've had my eye on for ages. Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut. This is obviously the platinum version of the game, which was the only version to be released over here outside of, I believe, a sort of like collection that Konami put out with Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4 near the end of the PS2's lifespan. I think that version came with this Director's Cut edition of Silent Hill. And yeah, man, I used to own this back in the day. Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite games. I'm streaming it right now, by the way. And yeah, it's I only ever there's an extra scenario in here that I only ever played through once, and I don't know why I traded it in or got rid of it. All right, it was weird. I still have my original Silent Hill 2 copy, like in the cardboard case and shit. But this is probably like the best package that you want to get if you want to experience Silent Hill 2 on the PS2. So that's really nice to have. Glad to have that. Now, this last game, I actually came across... I told you there was a lot of story in this collection update. I actually came across this when I loaded up my EverDrive cartridge for my Mega Drive with ROMs, and I was just, like, playing a shitload of ROMs on my 60Hz Japanese Mega Drive, you know? I was just like, no, I'm going to play the shit out of all this. And I just came across this game randomly, made by Namco, and it was like, ooh, this game's alright, and... the thing that caught me about it is that it had a bit of anime in it, okay? Now, maybe this is just my collector instincts, but see when a game like that has a bit of anime in it, typically it didn't come outside Japan, right? Because, you know, it terrified people outside of Japan when you had a bit of anime in it. But this one didn't. This had like quite a bit, and I looked it up, and I looked up the cover, and it was like, oh, how much is that? And I went on eBay, and I saw how much it is, and I thought, there is no way that is not going to be so much more expensive than that someday. Okay? So I put down a bid for this copy, and I'm like, yeah, I'll no win that. I won it. It's Burning Force for the Mega Drive. Look at that cover, okay? Look how that lassie on that, like, I think it's like a jet ski thing, is positioned, right? How the fuck was that sold outside of Japan? Okay, I just look at that cover and I'm just like, okay, that's definitely going to be more expensive one day. You know, there's just no way. But, yeah, I got it now anyway. And it's the it's the shitty European 50Hz version. I'm just going to play it on my EverDrive for free, you know? But I got it. I got it. And, yeah, that's that, guys. A lot of story. Like I said, a lot of story. I hope you enjoyed it. So, yeah, that's that. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.